Shut up and sit down, why I tell you who I am, why you need to shut up and sit down, my backstory, and why I think it's important for you to know me. On August 11th, 2020, I made my first YouTube channel. On August 24th, 2020, I released my first YouTube video. On August 27th, 2 years later, May and the Unicorn was published and released on Amazon. On December 3rd, 2022, I made my second YouTube channel. On June 6th, 2023, I made my first TikTok account. And this year, in July, on the 24th, I made my first TikTok account relating to my writing career. I did it! I finally got through the whole list. Oh my gosh. I'm so smart. I'm so smart, guys. You may be wondering, why are these dates important to me? I don't even know who you are yet. And to that I say, you are so right, but these dates are important because they tell you who I am through my online presence and how we're even getting to what we are today. So let's start with the date. First day, August 11th. August 11th, I was 9. I was sitting at home, and for years I had wanted some type of online presence because my dream, and still kind of is to be on some type of TV show on some level, whether it's just a background character, whether it's getting a part-time role, something. I want something. So I was asking my mom, I was 9 years old, I was like, hey, let me have that YouTube channel. And I had been asking her for years, and she was like, no, you're too young, no, you're too young. And to that I say, thank you, mother, because I definitely was too young. But when I turned 9, or around the age of me turning 9, she was like, you know what, you've grown significantly, so yeah, you can have your YouTube channel. And I was so freaking excited, but I didn't upload my first video because I didn't know how computers worked, which is why August 24th was when I uploaded my first video. Now, do those specific dates really pertain to this story? Sort of, kind of. It tells you kind of my personality from the start of this. Great summertime hacks in here.
You actually guys tend to gravitate more to that video, the storytime video. And honestly, I don't know why. Because it was really embarrassing for me.
Hi, welcome back to Khaleigh's World. Today, I will talk about me.
August 27th, 2 years later, was when I released and published my first ever book. And when I say first ever book, I mean first professional book. I've written so many mini books and stuff that have never even reached public eyes. But that was when my first book was published and released, and I was ecstatic. But I took a very long break of writing and nothing else was released after that. December 3rd is important because it gives you another sense of a more mature yet childish version of me, because my second YouTube account was created and I was role-playing with a child's app, and that actually blew up pretty significantly to the point where I actually started a whole line of merch and I had a business set up, which I did recently shut down about a year ago. June 6th, 2023 is important because that is more representative of the personality that you're probably going to see up until probably adulthood, which was my first TikTok account. It really was me straying away from my first and second YouTube account and from my book release because I was more focused on not writing, not being a funny YouTuber, but instead being a lifestyle influencer, which, by the way, didn't work out. As you can see, not a lifestyle influencer whatsoever. I'm still a writer. But it kind of showed that part of me that wanted to be more mature but didn't quite know how to do it. That TikTok account is still up. I still use it every day. It's just more of fun things for me. On July 24th is when I finally embraced the fact that YouTubing, not my forte. Acting probably isn't gonna happen for another few years. Content creation, in the sense that I was trying to do it, definitely wasn't for me, but writing has been and always will be what I am extremely good at. So I created my first TikTok account and started uploading videos to promote a book I was working on, which brings us to November 9th, not a date I mentioned in the beginning, but November 9th. And it's currently November 11th, so it brings us to 3 days ago. November 9th, I realized that the book I was promoting on my writer's TikTok account was me trying to grow up too fast. I've always been the type of girl who looked towards her future, who was constantly, I need to get this done so I can go and do this when I'm an adult. If I don't do this by this time, I've failed. I'm that type of person, and that's kind of what the book I was promoting was about, was me trying to speed up my maturity and the way I wrote. My teachers, actually, that I'm growing up too fast. Why try to grow up? I'm 14. There's no need to grow up. Which is when I decided to revisit May and the Unicorn, my very first book published, and I was like, you know what? I can do this better. I can write this better. So why not try to write it better? So on November 9th, I sat down and I wrote, and still am in the process of writing, my actual debut novel. On my TikTok account, my novel Kill Me Kindly is being promoted as my debut novel, which I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a clearing up, because no, not my debut novel anymore. I'm gonna heal a part of me I didn't realize needed healing, and I'm going to rewrite May and the Unicorn as a YA fantasy book, and that is what people are gonna know me for, instead of this more mature, trying to be more mature version of myself. Kill Me Kindly, for those of you who do know me through Kill Me Kindly, it's still going to be written. I'm still actively working on it, but that's not what you're going to see from me first. What you're going to see is a fantasy world with fairies and unicorns. FYI, fairies and unicorns. And that's what I want to be known for in the very beginning. Later in my writing career, I'll be known for whatever I'm writing then. But as of right now, 14-year-old me is writing this. This video actually turned out way shorter than I thought it would be, but I'm actually kind of happy about that. I didn't want this to be a super long video because I have to edit it all myself, and that's a lot of editing. But so nice to meet you. I hope you guys will take my hand and walk with me through this journey of me healing a part of myself I didn't know needed healing. Oh, by the way, I don't think I said it the first time, but my name is Khaleigh Brynez Finley.